It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gonzalo running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an absolute...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Super Eagle to camp in Abuja. I am ready for 2020 AFCON, say Victor Osimhen. Is how we welcome you to the Wednesday edition of the Sport Orbit. I am Salifu Usman. Super Eagles of Nigeria will begin their preparations for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon in Abuja. This is according to the spokesperson of the minister media aide, Tony Bitoye, who was once a media officer of the Super Eagles, say in a statement that the Minister of Youth and Sport has assured that he and his counterpart, the FCT, the FCT, will collaborate to ensure that Super Eagles have a perfect preparations in Abuja and to ensure that the team went all the way to Cameroon and do Nigeria proud. And this will be the sharing news for the Super Eagles and at the same time for Nigeria's fans who are also dearly want to see the team in Abuja. And this also will be an opportunity for the Super Eagles to have an opportunity to have a test run of what a befitting Abuja national system who has been refurbished, and put into use. And at the same time, according to the statement used by the media aide of the ministers, Tony Bitoye, that is say the Federal Minister of Youth and Sport and the Federal Capital Territory are collaborating to provide the Super Eagles with a conducive environment to train and prepare for the tournament, which begins in Cameroon on next month, 9th of next month. That assure that the team will not disappoint the nations at the AFCON, expressing optimism that they can do better than they did at the last editions here in Egypt. Remember, at the last African Cup of Nations held in Egypt, held in Egypt, the Super Eagles of Nigeria finished third in the third position, having lost their semi-final match. To the eventual winner of the tournament, which is Algeria, and the team ended their campaign by finishing third at the Egypt 2019. And with what the minister is saying, is assuring Nigerians that yes, the team will go if better. And what he means by better, that eventually that the team will get to the final of this year Africa Cup of Nations, which will be played next year. Remember, the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations was earlier scheduled to hold early this January, but was postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic, and which the team will go to start in January 9th, from January 9th to February 16th. And the minister said that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, under the interim coach of Austin Eguavoen, will go a step further by what means that they will get to the final. Nigerians are hope that what the minister is saying will come to play in reality, even as there are many diverse opinions about the capabilities, about the technical prowess of Austin Eguavoen. Eguavoen can be able to lead the team to the promised land, as Nigerians are also dreaming for. Remember, even recently, one of his former teammates, Peter Rufai, said that he has utmost confidence in a Eguavoen-led technical crew to also repeat the feat achieved by former Super Eagles captain and coach Austin late Stephen Keshi when he led the team to win the third African Cup of Super Eagles' third title of African Cup of Nations in South Africa, 2013. So let's see how it goes to bounce out, and definitely every Nigerians are dreaming that Super Eagles will be able to go a step further compared to what they did at the last African Cup of Nations in Egypt, and ultimately bring the trophy down to Nigeria for the fourth time. Kano Pillars Kano Pillars lead the 2021 volleyball Premier Trophy. The Kano Pillars on Tuesday defeated the Nigeria Civil Defense 3-0 to win the 2021 edition of the Nigerian Volleyball Premier League title. According to the report by the news by NAN, the team showed the supremacy over their rivals, and in the female category, the NGCs also finished in first position. That means what it means that while the Kano Pillars win the male trophies, the Civil Defense won the female trophy, and that is kudos to the Nigerian Volleyball Federation to ensure that the league maintain the consistencies. But what we are agree that Nigerians are also saying that instead of having just one round tournament where you invite all the clubs to one venue and play like a championship, a league should not be played like a championship. Instead, people want a round robin game whereby a team you play week in, week out to ensure that we have a perfect league that is obtainable in other climes. But the idea of always having us assemble all the clubs in one venue, in as much as we commended the Nigerian Volleyball Federation for ensuring consistencies in having the league year in, year out, but we are also urging them that they should do a step further. Instead of having a convergence of club, calling the club to one venue and having playing like a championship and you call it a league, why not go a step further where we have a perfect league where the club can play week in, week out on weekly basis and play on a round robin game, home and away matches to ensure that we have a befitting league as it was obtained in other clubs. And also, the Super Eagles strikers, Victor Osimhen, who is fast recuperating from the injury he sustained while playing for his club in Napoli, say that he's 100% ready for the African Championship. And that's definitely going to be a very serious news for the Nigerian fans and even the hosting the Wabole technical crew. Remember, there's always been a count about even the Napoli also Super fans that Nigerians are not going to, Osimhen is not likely going to be at AFCON 2021. But the sharing news is that the Nigerian young guys, a fast-tracking, very informed strikers, is fast recuperating, and he has come out boldly to say that yes, he is 100% ready for the African Cup of Nations. So that is a very serious. According to Osimhen, declared himself that I'm fit for the Nigerian African Cup of Nations next month. His participation at the tournament had been in doubt after sustaining a serious injury in November, which looks set to rule him out of the ruling out for 3 months. However, the 22 years old via his social media said, I'll be available for AFCON 100% unless I am not among the players picked to represent Nigeria. So what he said, definitely he has assured Nigeria 100% he is ready, except because the Austin Baba think otherwise that he is not fit for the AFCON, but for him, he's 100% ready, and definitely this is a sharing news for both the technical group of the Super Eagles, the Nigerian fans, and everybody's alike who want to see Osimhen dangling in Cameroon. Definitely, Osimhen is one of the top strikers on the continent, and definitely having AFCON without Osimhen will never be an AFCON. So all Nigerians, all Africa, not even Nigerians, the entire Africa are looking forward to see Osimhen in Cameroon. So we're all happy, and that's a serious news for Victor Osimhen. So we're going on a short break, and when we come back, then we'll continue from there.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that short break, and I'm being joined by Wale Ayani, who just coming to see you.
Of course, thank you for having me. Just sorry for actually not coming late at this point.
So before we proceed, well, like I said, how did you receive the news of the bit of Simi assuring Nigeria that he's 900% ready for the AFCON competition? There was a doubt about him that he's going to play or not, but now Sherry's and lucky for Nigeria and lucky for everybody say that he's 100%, except the technical people decided that he's not fit for the competition.
Of course, it's a cheering news for we to actually see that Victor Osimhen has actually said that he's fully fit and ready to represent the Nigerian Super Eagles for the AFCON 2021. We actually saw him some few weeks back with that devastating injury, but we thank God that he's back because looking at Victor Osimhen, he was the highest goal scorer when it comes to the qualifier, during the qualifying series of the AFCON. This point in time, he's our best striker in the country. If we want to actually take it or leave it at this point in time, so there's a cherry news for Austin Obagon at this point in time. It means he's going to be having a full complement of all his players, going to the AFCON, and we should ensure that with this, him getting back, to training, we should ensure that he keep training regularly, and we just ensure that the same form he has been scoring for Napoli and also for the Nigerian Super Eagles, we should get to see him getting to repeat those particular performance when the AFCON start a proper with the game against the 7 times champions, talking about Egypt.
Yes, sharing in as well as this information will be, but if they want for the for Guinea, for the Egyptians, and for the Sudanese, but definitely for the entire Africa. AFCON without will definitely not be AFCON because it's one of the best strikers in Africa.
Of course, if you mention three best strikers in Africa that is actually doing well in Europe, you mentioned Mohamed Salah, you mentioned Victor Osimhen, and also you mentioned Sadio Mane of Liverpool. That those are the best three strikers that we actually want to be seeing in the AFCON program.
So good, congratulations to Africans. We're all happy, but at least according to the list released by the CAF of left free, we only have one Nigeria out of the 3 left free going to the African Convention, and not just even the one left free from Nigeria, Samuel Okaodua is also going as an assistant left free. What did you make
it's just
as concerned left free?
Of course,
Nigeria?
It's just so sad that at this point in time that we just have just one match official. We actually be officiating in the CAF, in the AFCON at this point in time. We call ourselves the Giants of Africa, and we should have more representation for me when it comes to referee. So it just shows that the level of our Nigerian referee once it comes to the continent is not been has not been accepted generally to what is obtainable here. Maybe we might say due to our league, or due to those who are actually managing in the affairs of the referee management at this point in time. For looking at little countries in particular, and then you see Togo, they have quite like 3-4 referees in that particular list. But talking about Nigeria, who we call ourselves the Giant of Africa, looking at us as one of the biggest country in Africa, we cannot even boast of a center referee, and this referee that is actually listed in that particular list is not a center referee; it's just an assistant referee. So it's just so sad. It shows that the referee committee under the Nigerian Football Federation really have a whole lot of work to do. Also, talking about the Nigerian Football Federation being headed by Amadi Pinnick, they need to actually play the politics well in the African continent. We should not be going into the AFCON and just be having just one referee in the AFCON proper at this point in time.
Yes, I agree with you, Wale. It has been an excuse that Nigerians is not being among the decisions making. But luckily for us, Amadi Pinnick has been a CAF member for over 5 years now. He served his first tenure, and now he's now there for the second time. Not just a member of the CAF committee. He's a top-ranked member of CAF.
Of FIFA.
Now, no, we are not of CAF yet. He's a top-ranked member of CAF. He was the vice president of CAF in the last administration led by Ahmad. Now, even in the current administration led by Peter Musini, is also a top-ranked ally of Patrick Musini. And definitely, I don't think there's any decision that we take, even at the top rank at any level, without the president of Ahmad Musini. But despite this, we're having this kind of way. For instance, we're having going to 24 center left that are going to be officiating in no single Nigeria. And out of the 32 that are going to be a match officials, only one Nigeria's of it. And if you talk of in terms of quality, in terms of quantities, Nigeria have more referee than any other country in Africa.
Of course.
Why is it that? I agree with me. Okay, people may say, okay, maybe our referees are not good enough. But if they are not even good enough,
what training are they exposed to? We only get to do referee training when the league want to start. And we encourage them, okay, just come to Abuja and do 2 weeks referee training ahead of the start of the league. What are the programs that the actually putting in place for Nigerian referees to ensure that, to encourage them that, okay, you can go and further courses on refereeing in African continent, in the world, and all that, so that when you come back, you'll be a grade A referee, not just getting to be a local champion. It all boils down to the leadership of the NFL doing the right thing at the right time. Also, at this point in time, the leadership of the Nigerian Referee Association need to actually work and to ensure that they get more members at the African continent. It's just so shameful at this point in time. Out of 24 center referee, there's no Nigeria in that particular mix.
You're having the referee from Togo, having the referee from Benin.
Of course, little countries that we can actually give birth to, they have more representation when it comes to referee than we call ourselves the giant of Africa.
I think it's a shame to Nigeria Football Federation.
Of course,
shame to Tade as his led Nigeria and even the NFF referee committee. So all this it's all inclusive. Everybody has to carry the blame of all this. But despite all this, and I'll say also even like as people are saying that our referees are not good, but we still officiating in other African football clubs. We see African other national.
Even in the women's, even in the women's tournament.
But from my own observation, maybe I may be wrong. I don't see them doing better than our referee we have here.
Of course, it's
also good. I agree that it goes back by the politics that they play. But I'm sorry, I'm disappointed that Amaju be a top ranked member of CAF, and he's sitting there on the board of NFL on the board of CAF, and just decisions are taken. Even he's not a member of the referee committee, but at least there's no any decision. Whatever decision, he has to be referred to the executive committee of the CAF.
Just came in last week that they are now shopping for a referee director in the department. That they want to actually create a referee department in the Nigerian Football Federation, that they want to have like a director of referee at this point in time. For me, I'm saying it's actually coming late, but we can actually work on it ahead of the next Nations Cup. We know that this next World Cup that's coming, we might just not get to see a Nigerian referee, getting to be selected to officiate in the World Cup. Just so sad that we don't have any center match day referee coming from Nigeria for the AFCON.
Well, if you just our these issues have been dragging up year in, year out, but yet for any successful keep maintaining silence and not bother about this situation. We can't continue this way. For instance, in a particular match like World Cup qualified that just World Cup qualified that then ended the first one. In one particular fixtures in the week, you see the Egyptian referee.
Of course, officiating every match is
officiating here. So and
even Tunisia, even Liberia, Sudan referees are officiating, and it's also sad that we don't get to officiate games.
Well, we have to get better, just like Wally will say, but do a NFL trying to take a decision that man having to establish a technical director of referee in NFF. Well, in as much as coming late, it's better late than never. So we hope that we'll be able to work on that, and we hope that they have learned from their lesson and that we are trying to make an amendment. So let's go for that. Our also Pioneer Star Sukwezi was a star who put on a star performance in the other win against Alabes last yesterday, and then was instrumental to the putting on a fine performance when in their 5-2 victory. So what is your take on his performance? And a sign that yes, he's putting on a sign for the Super Eagles to African competition.
Of course, at this point in time, Igabon need all his players to be five with all cylinders wherever they are playing, so that at this point they will have at least top level of performance going to the Nations Cup. You can see that Chukwueze has scored about 10 league. He has scored about 10 goals in 10 league goals this season. I mean, 2 goals in 10 appearances. I beg your pardon in that particular one. He actually scored at their last match before putting up an impressive performance at this point in time for the Submarine. So we just want to wish him all the best. He should continue this fine form that he has actually found for himself. We saw a video. I actually saw a video some days back where I actually saw Chukwueze mother actually holding Chukwueze's leg, and he was actually praying for him that he will not actually sustain injury. He will keep trying to cylinders. So we hope that that gets to happen, because at this point in time, if we really want to win the fourth AFCON title in Cameroon next year, all our players should be actually fine with us leaders.
Well, I'm also hear that it's lovely to hear that the mother is praying for him. You know, any prayer from the mother is always is a direct one calling on the God.
Of course.
So that is good. And remember that the Super Eagles, I'm happy that since he came back from the injury,
of course,
the last 2 matches he played, no, the last 2 matches he played for the Spurs.
Okay,
he was in the camp, but he didn't play much. So let's hope that now that his friend is putting on a fine performance, back his normal feet.
About one will have a lot of options.
So kudos to that. And then looking at the Barcelona's are trying to take on Aubameyang or no. So you don't remember, you are quite aware that the Arsenal captain is no longer in the good time with the man with the leadership that be at the Emirates Stadium. Particularly the head coach Mikel Arteta is no longer interested in Aubameyang. He has not played their last 3 matches. So now the Barcelona also take him on loan.
Of course, just so sad for
ideal destination for Aubameyang.
Aubameyang at this point in time. For me, it would be a good one for Barcelona due to the fact that they don't really have a natural striker, because the likes of the Pale is not it's not, for me, it's not a natural striker. Looking at the likes of Sergio Aguero, he has actually retired at this point in time, so they actually need a replacement for Aubameyang. But I would say Mikel Arteta should actually calm down a bit. We know that they are having issues with Aubameyang over a disciplinary issue, but they didn't actually come outside to tell us what Aubameyang really actually did before for them, getting to strip off, that captain ban from him, and also getting to ensure that he was banned for about 3 matches at this point in time, because he has actually missed 3 matches. He has not been playing for the Gunners at this point in time. But I want Mikel Arteta should actually watch it at this point in time, because we know Aubameyang is a very, very influential player when it comes to the Arsenal team. We know he's a very, very he has this cordial relationship with the likes of Lacazette, Saka, and the rest of them. So at this point in time, he needs all the players to actually come in good terms. There's actually sort out those issues that they have with Aubameyang, and ensure that because at this point in time, Arsenal need to win all their games if they want to qualify to the Championship next season, and you need all your players to be in their right frame of mind. For Aubameyang at this point in time, we know he has not been fine with us leaders. We saw him against Manchester United. He didn't. There was 2 clear-cut chances he was supposed to convert, but he couldn't convert that. We saw he didn't actually play against the last match, Sunderland and Southampton and West Ham. So it shows that there's a break of war at this point in time. But if Aubameyang will actually to take a move to Barcelona, it will be a good buy. It will be a good move for Barcelona, but it will be a bad move for Arsenal. So I actually get to advise, Mikel Arteta at this point in time, he should just actually ensure that Aubameyang does not leave Arsenal at this point in time, because we still need the services.
But if you say that you advise more to trade with conscious, but if you look at that, don't think Arteta has also been indicated, because since he fell out with Aubameyang, the 3 matches they have played against West Ham, Sundown, and they win those matches convincingly without Aubameyang. So don't think that his decision has paid off. Of
course, you can actually get to win your first 3 games, and at the end of the day, the other games you get to lose it, because if the player actually are looking forward to, okay, let's just see what will happen if they are still going to absorb him back, and at the end of the day, he didn't get to absorb it. He knows that those players might actually get to turn against Mikel Arteta. You saw, they actually stripped the captain ban off from Granit Xhaka, but they didn't actually freeze him out of the team. But at this point in time, Mikel Arteta is actually freezing out Aubameyang out of the team. So it means that he might actually have a huge backlash on him, getting not to actually feeling Aubameyang at this point in time. They actually say that the game against West Ham will be his last game that he will not actually get to play. But we didn't get to see him play against Southampton, and now I actually played West Ham, Sunderland yesterday in the League Cup. We didn't get to actually see Aubameyang. But at this point in time, Mikel Arteta need to bring back Aubameyang, despite the fact that a certain Martinelli, who actually came, who actually took Aubameyang's place, is actually fired us cylinders. He has spent about 3 goals in 2 matches in the English Premiership at this point in time. He's fired with us cylinders. So I feel he wants to actually stick with him due to the fact that he has been scoring goals. But hey, you still need the experience of a certain Gabonese striker at this point in time.
Yeah, I think we can hear that Wale is a dear heart of Arsenal fans, and he says that US, he don't any division at this time in Arsenal,
It's not
Arsenal
needed.
team will backfire.
Of course.
Even as much as some fans are celebrating, yes, Arsenal has gained their form, they are winning all their matches, but Wale is having a different view that yes, in as much as you are winning all your matches, you still and Aubameyang experience
Of course.
matters a lot. The Arsenal setup, he's particularly said Arsenal. Aubameyang has a very good relationship with players,
Of course.
and the player may be good. So you have to tread with caution.
Mm.
No, let's look at the Carabao Cup that were played yesterday. Some interesting matches were go down yesterday, and with interesting results. So,
match yesterday. Arsenal versus Sunderland.
and if you look at the matches, Arsenal's 5-1 against the Sunderland, which was a very sweet victory, and that's what many people Arteta is sounding confidence that yes, Aubameyang can go hell with you. So that is the performance against the
Of
Sunderland.
course, Sunderland at this point in time, that they're actually playing in League One, championship at this point in time. So we actually saw a certain Nikita actually scoring a hat-trick yesterday. We saw the return of Nicolas Pepe. He actually scored a goal yesterday and all that. So he's actually bring back Pepe's confidence at this point in time, because he has actually started just one a Premier League match for the Gunners from match day 1 to match day 18 at this point in time. So maybe Nicolas Pepe scoring that particular goal will actually boost his chances of him getting to play in the English Premiership, because at this point in time he's not going to get him to play. But most interestingly, Arsenal at this point in time, they have qualified to the semi-finals. They'll be waiting for the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City to actually join them in the semi-finals, and to ensure that the semi-final fixtures will be a mouth-watering one. There are some games that will actually go on later today.
I was trying to come to that. Then let's look at the fixtures that we will line up today, and how you see the pairing of this match, and what is likely going to that game. Just like Arsenal have already in the semi-final, who do you think that would likely to join the Arsenal in the semi-final?
We see the setup of Liverpool at this point in time. We know they're a very, very good side. We see how they have been performing in the league, and we ensure that they can actually get to showcase what they have been made of. We saw them picking up a draw against Tottenham in their last match, and it didn't actually go down well with Georgian club. So he'll be actually looking forward to ensure that they get to win that particular match. But looking at the day we'll actually be playing against Leicester City, so we get to see Kelechi Iheanacho getting to play in that particular match, having not been finding scoring form for Leicester City in the last one month in that particular one. Bedford against Chelsea is going to be on another cracker, very tricky tie, because we know Bedford has an enjoying the mix who is playing in the middle of the park. Chelsea will also they will not be actually take that match likely. We saw them join the last match against Wolves in the English Premiership. At this point in time, Thomas Tuchel will want to win at this particular match to ensure that they get to put their hands on, or they get to set their eye on one trophy in that particular. West Ham against Tottenham also is going to be another cracker in that particular one. So at this point in time, Chelsea to go to semi-finals. I see Liverpool also getting to win Leicester because they're playing at the Anfield. Then Tottenham West Ham is the tricky time, because it's going to be a London derby. Those particular those two clubs, when they play, is like a rivalry. They want to actually win for bragging rights. So it's going to be difficult.
But if you look at West Ham, their performance in the last two matches is a lot to Arsenal. It's like they started to drop in the form. Don't you make that may count against them? And at the same time, I want to ask you, if you look at this pair, if you look at those matches, the quarterfinals that made it, Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester, Tottenham, definitely. Let my predictions. Chelsea, Liverpool, or West Ham or Liverpool. Any of those three teams with all those teams and the Arsenal chances, can the Arsenal overcome any of those people that they likely overcome them to get to the final?
Of course, it's going to be difficult. No doubt about it. It's a different ball game when it comes to the League Cup. We actually saw Arsenal last two seasons. They get to actually defeat Manchester United. They defeated Manchester City, even Chelsea. Going forward to win.
Remember this
AFCON. The FA Cup, title. But
this season, Arsenal has not been any of the top. Let's say any of the top 16, apart from West Ham that they managed to win. But any of the top.
No, Arsenal defeated Tottenham this season 3-1. Yes, this season 3-1. Arsenal defeated Tottenham.
The like of Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea.
has been a thorn in the Arsenal flesh.
So Liverpool give them 4-0 back in recently.
But mind you, they will not actually feeling their best players. They will just actually feeling maybe their second team. So anything can still happen. Arsenal can get a pair with Chelsea or get a pair with Tottenham if they eventually get to skate through.
So if you have a choice to choose, who do you want to? A pair with Chelsea is very dangerous.
I think I will with Tottenham. Because it's the best.
A London derby affair.
Of course, London derby affair will be the best.
Okay, thank you, listeners, and our beer. Thank you very good afternoon. This is the most we can go. This is how far we can go for today. Thank you, Mr. Wale.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.